New World Nightveil Hallow event has returned for 2023, and there's some important changes that you're going to want to know about, so I'm going to explain everything that you need to know right here. Let's jump in. Now, the event all starts in the center of any town. Well, I think any town that you can capture. You will find a cauldron and you will find Salvatore. Salvatore has a quest for you, and there's a lot of fluff if you want to read about like the actual lore, but I mean, personally don't really care about that. And the quest is simple: you go and kill the world boss. Now, this is pretty much identical as last year. The world boss will look like this, and at the minute you have to get there very, very quickly. Now, there's actually a pre-thing when you get there that triggers it. I think you've got to kill like some of the small Halloween stuff. I haven't been able to get any footage of that because it's dying so quickly that I can't get there quickly enough, if that makes sense. And then the boss itself is literally at this point just a tank and spank. It's not really supposed to be. There's supposed to be the little creatures around that you kill, and then you basically throw that at the boss and that lowers its stamina, and then you do like insane damage to it. A little bit like when TARDIS has been knocked over, you do like that kind of damage to it. However, when I was doing this, there were so many people there that we weren't even bothering. We were just all attacking the creature, Balthazoo, and we were killing it. Nobody was even bothering with the mechanic. When you get that, you'll get an Ica, and I think you have to come and put it in the cauldron first, and that basically completes the quest. And once you complete the quest, the reputation in-game in the shop will go from pretty much 0 to completely full. There are no intermediary steps in this one. Now, when you kill the boss, there's a couple of things that you get. You get like a box, you get the Ica, which every time you can come to this cauldron, hand it in, and get some more tokens. And then I think for the first 5 kills, you have a chance of getting some 650 purple gear, which for most players who are a little bit more on the hardcore side, you're literally just going to salvage and that's it. You can't upgrade it. And you also have a chance of these costumes, and we'll come on to the costumes in a minute. Now, with the tokens, as I said, there is a store. Once you actually come to this vendor, you can just buy stuff. It's worth noting that this is actually a housing item, not the actual basket of treats. With these, you can buy these patterns. Now, the green patterns, unfortunately, it looks like no matter what you put in gear-wise, they're always going to come out as 640 gear score, effectively making them pretty pointless, if I'm honest. There's some cosmetics and emotes from last year. There's also these legendary patterns. Now, I won't go over them. Basically, they all have like, I think they've got like fire attunement on them or something, as well as another perk, which I don't remember. They might be good for you. They're always 675. They don't really require any of the new mats, they're all the old mats. I personally don't think there's anything great there. I think I did see Duke Sloth maybe call them near abyss, but I mean, I'm not going to argue with him, but I mean, for me, I'm not going to bother with any of these. And then there are some new cosmetics, there's some new helms that you can get, there's some new housing items, and then I think the funniest out of all of these is the possessed walk, which looks like this, which, if I'm honest, is just very, very funny, and I like it. You're going to see this one a lot in the future, so make sure you pick it up because, quite frankly, it's hilarious. Now, that's pretty much the old event. Everything there is the same, but there is something new, and these are the costumes. Now, you get the costumes from killing the boss. It's the only way to get them. I don't know if I've got any footage of me actually getting them, but I think I've got footage of me putting them on. Now, the costumes will be in your utilities section of your inventory, basically where all of your potions are. I think you need to put it in your consumable slots before you actually use it. You use it and then you transform into whatever character. There's 4 characters that you can transform into, and you do so for 30 minutes. Now, you cannot easily dispel that, by the way. You can do it by taking some of the candies, and we'll talk about them right now. So once you're in your costume, you want to go about and run around each town. I believe there are 5 baskets in each town. When you get there, you loot them and then you get candies. Now, there appears to be 3 types of candies, but I think there should be 4, or at least 4 might be coming. Now, I will leave a link to this in the description below just to save you finding it, but effectively it is where all of the treat baskets are. So in each town, as I said, there are 5, or at least there appears to be, and you can come here and you can sort of find them. Now, some of them are a little bit hidden. If you don't want to do this and you actually want to find them, crack on. Some of them are in unusual places, so you want to look high and low, and you don't seem to see them until you get quite close to them. But if you are really lost, then you can come here, and of course you can sort of, spoil it for yourself if you want to spoil it for yourself or what have you, but you can come here and sort of check it out. So the outfits themselves, the costumes, they last 30 minutes, and you need them to open up the treat boxes. And the treat boxes are going to reset each day. Pretty simple, but what do you get from the treat boxes? As I said, you get 3 types of candy. 2 of them appear to just be for fun. I know that's a little bit unusual. Fun, we don't generally expect that in our MMOs these days. The Angry Earth Candy Fish does this, like it literally just turns you into a fish. That's it, it turns you into a fish. I tried to swim as the fish and that doesn't work. And then the Corrupted Jelly Beans does this. Now, I wonder if I can actually catch it in action. When I do this, my eyes will glow red. Now, I think that's red rather than pink. I don't think they're giving you the pink eye, but your eyes glow red for 5 minutes. And then the other one is the Ancient Grizzly Gummies. Now, this one doesn't seem to do anything at all, apart from it gives you a debuff that says that you've got your eye on the Nightveil tokens. And this is the important tip. It appears to give you possibly double the amount of Nightveil tokens. So if you are eager for them, then you can do that and then hand in your Icors and open the boxes and you'll get an absolute shed ton of tokens. Like, I'm talking a lot. However, if you've played this last year and you've already got most of the things, then the reality is you don't really need that much from here. I don't think the green patterns are necessarily worth it because it's all capped at 640, and I don't think the legendary ones are worth it either because they're capped at 675 and the perks aren't that amazing. And if you've bought all of the emotes and stuff already, you know, you're pretty much good. I think it took me maybe like 6 kills or something to get all of these. Like, it really wasn't that many. So it's not going to take you long to do this event with or without the gummies, but it's worth noting just in case you really don't want to do it that much. Now, one thing I didn't say, and that's the important bit really, for your first 3 kills of the day, you will get gold in the box. So there is a reason to sort of do this 3 times a day. I wouldn't bother with the 5 times a day because the purple gear, honestly, for most people is not going to be worth it at all. But 3 times a day for the gold, and I would probably just do that because the tokens are going to come very quickly. The only one I would really buy quickly is the Possessed Walk, simply because it's really damn funny. Now, there is 2 extra little things. Duke Sloth did a video talking about the witching flying thing. That appears to be like an emote that will be in the shop. However, it's not in the shop right now and I don't know where it is. Will it arrive in some time? I don't know. I highly doubt it's going to be actually flying through the sky. I think it's probably just going to be riding a broom around the street. And then there appears to be a candy that is missing. And when I say it's missing, sometimes you will go to these candy boxes and not actually get any candy. And I think that's about 25% of the time. And I think it's probably because the lost black licorice is super lost and just actually isn't available. Now, this one would be very interesting when it works because it does actually increase your luck. You get cooking return, there's weaving, stone cutting, etc. Right now, I don't know if this is just too strong and they've decided not to do it yet. I don't know what's happening with this, but as I said, it's lost. It's not in the game right now, but it might be, so keep an eye on this at some point. They might stealth add it, or they might add it in a patch. I don't really know what's going on with this one. Really, this event, if you are looking for player power, then you're not really going to find it. It's not that kind of event. This one is pure fun. There's emotes, there's cosmetics, there's housing items and all that kind of stuff. There's fun turning into a fish. There's fun costumes. There's fun little tricks and treats. It's not player power. There's nothing really here that I see is going to grant you really any kind of best in slot or any kind of good items in that sense, unless you're sort of a very, very casual player. Does that make the event bad? No, but it might mean that it's not for you. Maybe you're not that interested in participating. I would maybe do your 3 a day simply for the gold. Big shout out to my Patreons, which I must apologise. I had some of these in the complete wrong category. That's just my bad, hands up there, complete accident on my part. But big shout out to you guys. I really do appreciate it. It helps me with doing this whole thing. And if you want to come and watch me, I played this all day. I learned all about this today. Over on Twitch, I stream 6 days a week. Make sure you come and follow me over on there. Well, you should definitely do those. Have a most beautiful day. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.